Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. My connection is not very good at the moment. Too many people using the internet in my house. Anyway, hello. My name is Rob. I'm from Scotland. Currently, I live in Rome. Can you tell me what your name is and where you are? Okay. So, what's your name and where are you? If you're here, please tell me what your name is and where are you? Like I said, my name is Rob and I'm in Scotland. Today we're talking about questions, how you make questions, different types of questions, and different types of question words. So if you're here, please say hello. Introduce yourself. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Today we're looking at question words, asking questions, and learning quasi trick. This is a way to remember the order of questions. What goes first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Here. So we're going to look at some question words, asking some questions, and writing some questions. Hopefully you will write some questions. And we will talk about the quasi trick. So a way to make questions using quasi. So let's start with making some questions. Okay. Making some questions. If you join us, please introduce yourself. Please introduce yourself, say what your name is, where are you? Okay. So, where are you? And what's your name? Okay, so we're going to start with these sentences. Okay, these are some questions. I want you to look at the sentences and put them in the correct order. Okay. So can you use these words to make a question? Okay. So I'll give you 1 minute just to look, and could you please write the answers to me? Okay, what do you think are the correct answers? Okay, so look at the sentences, and can you make a question using these sentences? Okay. Words in the correct question. Okay, so put the words in the correct order to make a question. Okay. So what would be the correct order to make a question? Okay, so okay, so what do we think of the first one? What do you think the correct question would be? Tell us. What do you think the first question could be? So we have books, kind, what, like, you, of, and do. So the first question would be, what kind of books do you like? The word kind is a synonym of type. Okay, so the answer is I like action books, or I like detective books, or I like historical books, or fiction books. Okay, so what type of books do you like? Okay, so what kind of books do you like? What kind of books? This would be our sort of question word. So what kind of books? Number two, who do you admire in your family? So admire is another word for respect. Okay. So who do you admire in your family? Would be the second question. So who would be our question word? Do our auxiliary. You are subject. And admire the verb. What do you think about number three? Okay. Can you put number three in the correct order? What do you think number three could be? Mhm. So if we look at number 3, what do you think? Yeah, so number 3, when do they work? When meaning what time do they work at? Mhm. So when would be a question word, do the auxiliary, they the subject, and work. Okay. If you have just joined, we have one person. Can you tell me what's your name and where are you? Okay. We're talking about questions today, and how do you make questions? Okay. So we're looking at number 4. We have homework, his, does, where, he, and do. Can you put them in the correct order to make a question? Okay. How could we make a question with these words? Okay, so what do you think? How do we make a question with these words? Say hello, please, if you are joining us. Please tell me what's your name and where are you. It's nice having a conversation with someone. So please. Right. To me. Okay, well, if you want to write, please write to me. Let's look at number 4, would be where does he do his homework? Okay. His would be a possessive adjective, so it's before a noun. Where does he do his homework? Um, so where does he do his homework? For example, you would say he does his homework in the sitting room, or he does his homework at home. Okay. What do you think about number 5? Okay, so we have number 5. Can you put these words in the correct order? What goes first? If you look at the previous answers, notice the first word is always what, who, when, where. So these are all types of question word. Okay. So if we look at number 5, what is the question word? Do you want to write the answer? That would be very helpful. Okay, so put the words in the correct order. So what do you think? Could you put the words in the correct order to make a question? So we'll look at number 5. What do you think the correct question is? If you don't know, it's okay. We can look. Number 5, how do you turn on the TV? So how do you turn on the TV? The correct response would be, you press the button. Hey, Fiorella, thank you. Welcome. You're from Milan, lovely. Great. And how do you turn on the TV is perfect. Thank you, Fiorella. But yeah, great. Yeah, so noticing the pattern, we have a question word, question word, question word, question word, question word. And then after the question word, do, does, do. And then after do, subject, 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 subject. And the final one, verb. So yeah, number 6, why do we study English? Yeah, so notice, Fiorella, not why we do, but you need to change auxiliary and subject. So why do we study English? Okay, so do before we. Very close. So why do we study English? The response may be for work or for university. Exactly, Fiorella. Much better. Why do we study English? Yeah, perfect. So we have some question words here. What are the question words? Okay. We spoke about it before. Can you tell me what are the question words? So yeah, can you name the question words? How often? Exactly. Perfect. Fiorella. Great. Any more? So we have how often. What else do you think? There are lots of different question words. Can you tell me more? More question words. Who, what, when, where, how, who, with. Yeah, great. Fiorella, lovely. Who, what, where, who, what, the. Exactly. Why? Why? Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I have some more examples here. We have our question words. Okay. Can you tell me when do we use these question words? Okay. So we use who when we talk about people, for example. Okay. So who is your best friend? This is a person. Okay. What about what? When do we use what? Who is for people? What is for things? Exactly, Fiorella. Things or information. Yeah. Because you say, what is the time? This is information. Or you say, what is this? It's a bottle. So yeah, so it can be for things, but also information. Fiorella, lovely. Where for places or situations. Okay. Okay. So where is the party? It's for places. Mhm. What about when? When for time, exactly. When is your birthday? My birthday is in March. Why for reasons? Yep, because. Why are you here? Because I live here. So yeah, why for reasons? So because would be the response. What do you think about which? Ugh, exactly. Fiorella. Which would be for choices. Okay. So when you have an option, like which do you prefer, red or yellow? This is a choice. Mhm. Or which do you like better? Mountain holiday or beach holiday? Okay. There's often a choice with which. What about how? Just how. So not how often, but just how. For example, how do you get to work? Mhm. How do you spell question? So we often use how when we talk about a condition. So also a manner, the way you do something. So for a condition, you could say, "Oh, how are you?" "Oh, I'm fine. I'm good." Or "How was the party yesterday?" "Oh, it was good. It was bad." It could also be for manner. So how do you get to work? I walk to work, or I take the bus to work, or I cycle to work. Okay. Um, yeah, don't worry for that. It's for like conditions, manner, um, and maybe also information, like how old are you? I'm 30. And then how often for frequency? Perfect. Exactly. Mhm. So like how often do you go to school? How often do you play football? Would be for the frequency, the amount, number of times. So response would be, I sometimes go to the gym, or I always go to the gym, or I go to the gym 2 times a week, for example. Um, so if we look at quasi, we spoke about at the beginning, this is a way to remember um, how to make questions, the order of questions. Okay. So you have our question words, Q, U. Then afterwards, you have the auxiliary. Then afterwards, you have a subject. And finally, you have infinitive verb. Okay. So, for example, why do we study English? Okay. Or when does the movie start? Okay. Remember, this is not with the verb be. Okay. This is just with normal verbs. Okay. So, not the verb be. But can you pick a verb and can you ask me a question with this verb? Okay. So, using the quasi, choose a verb and ask me a question. Any question. Okay? Anything. Perfect. Wow, lots of questions, Fiorella. Thank you. I go to the supermarket on Friday, always Friday afternoon. Normally, the supermarket is quiet on Friday afternoon, so I go sort of Friday morning, afternoon, like 12 o'clock. And I have lunch about 1 o'clock most days. Every day I have lunch at 1 o'clock. What about you, Fiorella? When do you go to the supermarket? Tell me. So, when do you normally go to the supermarket? So, can you answer the question, Fiorella? When do you normally go to the supermarket? So sometimes there is a delay with a response from you. But yeah, when do you normally go to the supermarket? Can you answer this question? Okay, yeah, lovely. Yeah, you normally go to the supermarket on a weekend. Um, Careful prepositions, normally at the weekend. Um, so yeah, you normally go at the weekend. Um, um, I think this means I try to go as little as possible. Yeah, I try to go as little as possible. So this one, I try to go as so I try to go as little as possible. It means I want to go a little amount. Mhm. Yeah, me too. I try to go as little as possible as well. Definitely. Yeah, you don't want to go lots to the supermarket because the big queues, lots of people. Pop, 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 pop. This is a queue. I think fila in Italian, but it's a queue in English or a line. Yeah. So there's very long queues now at the supermarkets, especially at the weekend. Very, very long queues. But at the moment, I think on Friday morning or Friday early afternoon, the queue is very small at my supermarket. But yeah. Okay. What about you, Fiorella? What time do you have lunch? Mhm. Normally, what time do you have lunch? Same as me, about 1 o'clock, or do you have lunch at earlier or later? I don't know. Sometimes I think in Italy, people eat later. Um, but I don't know. What time do you have lunch, Fiorella? So yeah, how often do you? What time do you have lunch? Perfect, thank you. Okay, yeah. So later and later, I don't know. Maybe in a. Is this because of lockdown? You eat later because you are inside, or just because you like eating later? Because yeah, 2 or 3 o'clock is a little bit late for me. I eat 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, always 1 o'clock. Um, okay. Okay, well, we're going to look at some more questions. Okay. I have some sentences here. I'd like you to turn them into questions. Okay. So, for example, when movie start, it would be when does the movie start? Okay. If you look at the second question, where your teacher live, can you write the full question for where your teacher live? Exactly, where does your teacher live? Mhm. Um, yeah, so does is S, so live is normal infinitive. No third person S for live. Um, how often does John speak on the phone? Perfect, lovely. Yeah, again, does because third person, and speak, there is no S. Um, what music Anne like? do you think? What music does Anne like? Yeah, you see they are all very similar. Yeah, what music does Anne like? The next one, any ideas? Where does the race finish? Exactly. And the last one, of course. Why does it rain? Mm-hmm. Yeah, careful here. You need the subject, okay? Because there is no subject in this sentence. You need to say, why does it rain in Spain in spring? Okay. So it is the weather, I suppose. So why does it rain in spring? You would need the subject, because remember, question word plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb. Okay. So why does it rain in Spain in the spring? Why does it rain in the spring? With it. A question or subject. Okay, so we're going to look at these. This time I'm going to ask you some questions, and can you just respond, Fiorella? Okay, just write your answers. Yeah, you always need a subject. So it's a good question, Fiorella. So you have a question word plus auxiliary plus subject plus. Okay. So the subject here would be it. So we need to have the subject it there. Okay. So why does it rain in Spain? Why does he play football? Where does she go to school? Okay. We need the subject always there. Okay, so this is a type of movie, but a movie star is actor slash is an actor, okay, or actress. Okay? So a movie star is a famous actor or actress. So your favorite movie is Madagascar. Perfect. Okay, I love Madagascar. But a movie star would be the actor. Do you have a favorite actor, Fiorella? Who is your favorite actor? Hmm. I mean, Madagascar is a great movie, but you want a movie star. Who's your favorite movie star, Fiorella? Yeah, exactly. Movie star, actor, or actress. And now, actor is boy and girl. Okay, so actor is for masculine or feminine. So male or female is actor. Actress is used less now. people use actor only for male and female. Yeah, actor is for a man. Cool. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, she's very talented, Angelina Jolie. Do you know where does she live? So where does Angelina Jolie live? I think I know where she lives, but maybe you know better. Oh, I think maybe Fiorella has gone. Has she gone? So Angelina Jolie, where does she live? What do you think? Where does Angelina Jolie live? I think she. I think. I mean. Oh, London. Okay. I thought maybe Los Angeles because she's American, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know Angelina Jolie, so I'm not sure. Maybe London, but I thought Los Angeles. Okay. What about her best movies? So she's got lots of good movies. What are your favorite Angelina Jolie movies? Do you have a favorite? Um, yeah. Do you have favorite movies? Okay. Well, I think you are gone, Fiorella. I have to go in a moment. Um, so I'm going to say thank you. Um, don't worry if you don't remember. I think maybe Mr. and Mrs. Smith maybe is good, or Wanted. She has a movie called Wanted. Um, I don't know what else. She directed a movie called Unbreakable, which is quite good. Um, anyway, Fiorella, I must go. Okay, but thank you for listening to me, and I'll say goodbye. See you later. Have a good afternoon. All right. Bye bye.